Did you know? Part 6. Humans and dogs are the only two species known to seek visual cues from each other's eyes. And dogs only do it with humans. A photo of a mother taken in 1980 and daughter taken in 2014. Wow! In December 1952, Albert Gunton, a London City bus driver, found himself driving his route crossing Tower Bridge when the bridge began to rise to allow a ship to pass. He made a split-second decision to accelerate the double-decker bus and jump the gap. He was later rewarded with a £10 bonus. You're more likely to be bitten by a Chihuahua than a pit bull. In 1916, an amendment to the Constitution was proposed that all acts of war would be put to a national vote, and those who voted yes would have to register as volunteers for service in the United States Army. Goodbye gas. Norway has become the first country in the world to see the sale of electric cars overtake the sales of those powered by fossil fuels. In 2006, Bill Murray accepted an invitation to a college party in the Scottish town of St. Andrews after a round of golf. He showed up, drank their vodka, did all the dishes and left. Tilly Smith was 10 years old when she saved her family and 100 other tourists from the 2004 Asian tsunami by recognizing the signs of tsunamis she had learned in a geography lesson 2 weeks prior to the accident. In 2013, a dad in China hired gamers to kill his son in video games, so the son would start looking for a job and get a life. A man once tried to sue Pepsi after claiming he discovered a mouse in his Mountain Dew. Pepsi defended itself by proving that a can of Mountain Dew would dissolve a mouse in a matter of months. The U.S. Navy never considers a submarine lost if it doesn't return. It's considered to be still on patrol. After being forced to quit school at 14 due to poverty, William Kamkwamba taught himself to build windmills out of trash using books from a local library, transformed his village with electricity, and became an international celebrity. He received a scholarship from Dartmouth and graduated in 2014. Traffic jams would be greatly reduced if people stopped tailgating. 2017 research from MIT shows that if we all kept an equal distance between both the car in front of and the car behind us, like how birds fly in flocks, we would get to our destinations nearly twice as fast. Octopuses sometimes punch fish for no apparent reason. An Olympic rower named Henry Pierce stopped mid-race to allow ducklings to pass by him, and he still won the race. The Araucana chicken is also called the Easter egg chicken because it lays natural blue, green, pink, and brown eggs. From 1608 to 1945, Tokyo has been destroyed and rebuilt on average of once every 5 years. In Germany, it is illegal to kill any animal that is a vertebrate, without proper reason, like the animal being ill or a danger to humans. Because of this, all German animal shelters are no-kill. These 1936 Coca-Cola cans look like something out of a mechanic's workshop instead of a grocery store. Humans have been infected by so many viruses that 8% of our DNA is made up of them. After running late to a class, George Danzig copied down 2 problems he thought were homework and solved them. The 2 problems were in fact 2 famous unsolved problems in statistics, which later earned him his doctorate. This is what lions look like in the rain. The world of infrastructure. Roads, railroads, airports, seaports, cities. Brilliant idea by a restaurant in Australia. No cell phones means 10% discount on bill. This Russian stadium didn't meet FIFA's regulation on capacity, so they added 18,000 seats in the most terrifying way possible. You can see Africa from Spain. The male brain is 10% bigger than the female's. While women have thicker cortices, the female brain works more efficiently. Ancient Roman Road, West Sussex, UK. Please wrap broken glass articles before you throw into trash. Your simple act may save a laborer from a cut, who works with trash for his daily bread, or a street dogs and cats who tries to find food from the trash. Ever heard of albino animals? Melanistic animals are the opposite. Students cheat in exams because our education system values grades more than our learning. Amazing to see how graphics have evolved from 1997 to 2020. Wearing yellow makes you look bigger on a camera. Morgan Freeman wears his earrings because they are just worth enough to pay for a coffin in case he dies in a strange place. The most beautiful tree in the world is in Canada. 500,000 sharks could be killed to make COVID-19 vaccine. Once again, it's the animals which have to make sacrifice for humans. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Stephen Hawking. Rich beg inside temple, poor beg outside temple. Earth is beautiful. The reason you wake up after dying in a dream is because your brain doesn't know what happens after death. In 1973, NASA sent 2 spiders known as Arabella and Anita into space to see if they could spin a web without gravity. It took the spiders a couple days to figure it out, but they eventually ended up making webs that were finer and more complex than their Earth counterparts. Chalk is made from trillions of microscopic plankton fossils. The rolling shutter effect. Same bird, different wings in the mirror. Happy Women's Day to Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. The only women WHO listen to. Men. There are 9 million more women than men in Russia. In Germany, some buildings are covered with superhydrophobic substance that splashes back the pee if the wall is used as a urinal. Man beaten into coma, wakes up with amnesia with no memory of his wife, ends up falling in love with her all over again. Elon Musk explicitly wrote into SpaceX's contract with Orbital Outfitters that the company's new spacesuits must look badass. In the Philippines, there's an island with a lake that has an island in it, which has its own lake, which has its own small island in it. It's called Tall Lake. In Vietnam, marriage applicants must acquire a certificate of good mental health from a doctor, proving that they are mentally sound for marriage before being allowed to marry. Dave Thomas, the founder of Wendy's, was a high school dropout. He was afraid his success would convince teens to drop out of school, so at age 60, he went back and got his GED. The very last person in your mind before you fall asleep is either the reason for your happiness or pain. Most of the dust under your bed is actually your own dead skin. It takes 21 days to stick to OR to get rid from a habit. If you went 21 days without something, it means you can go whole life without it. In Dubai, if you lose, you gain. The government pays the citizens 3 grams of gold for every kg of body weight they lose. More calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year. Approximately 122 million calls are made on the second Sunday of May. On May 8, 2009, a young boy wanted to know if his hair was similar to then-President Obama's Touch It dude. The president responded and this photo was taken. Déjà vu, already seen, is the feeling that the situation currently being experienced has already been experienced in the past. Have you ever experienced